Hey guys, we're out here at the cheapest house we could find. We're flipping this thing. I'm gonna take you inside, show you what's going on. Now, originally I wanted to get here about 2.5 weeks ago when we started, but I've had a busy couple weeks and I couldn't get here. So we're gonna check in on the project. We're gonna see how it's going, and we're gonna break down the numbers for you guys too. Can you believe he wanted to keep this?
Really?
So our client wanted to keep this. Our initial recommendation was, let's tear this down. Now it's not in bad shape. I mean, as far as it goes, the thing's pretty solid, but it looks terrible and I wanted to take it down and put a new porch on, but the client didn't want to. So we're gonna make it look good again. You can see there's some work that needs to be done here. When you're buying cheap real estate, that's what comes with it. I'm gonna turn this off. So this obviously was the kitchen. They demoed the kitchen. We've got a new kitchen coming in. Are we doing white shaker here? Granite for mica? So we're doing new white shaker cabinets. We'll put a Formica top on it. Again, the area we're in, I'm not surprised. You know, granite would be kind of more of a luxury item here. New LED lights up top. It looks like this is new. Are we not putting a door here? Just framing it out? So this is laundry room. Was there carpet in here or was this linoleum?
It was like a stick-on LVP.
Really?
Yeah, it's gross.
Ugh. I knew it was covered in dog stuff. So again, our recommendation was the floor in the kitchen was terrible. The floor here was terrible. We need to just rip it all up and we're gonna LVP over everything. As you can see, we painted it, which looks good. We got some new wood. The bathroom smells awful. I'm gonna wait until the place is finished and then we can go in there because I don't wanna stand in that stench. Now, we talk about it a lot. The best house, 3-bedroom ranch. It's my favorite for flipping. It's my favorite for renting. Now, we made the recommendation to replace the doors. The client did not have doors on their scope. We recommended it. Nobody ever approved doors. So I think when we get to the end, he's gonna see that we need to replace some doors. Being that there is no door here, and I'm sure he'd want a door on his laundry room. There is no door to the bathroom, and I'm sure he's gonna want a door there. Are we painting any of these? These look nice.
No.
Just leaving them?
Yeah, they're already stained from somebody else painting around them.
They look nice. I mean, I'd try to clean them up, but they look nice. Maybe some new knobs. Yeah. So they had radiant heat, but then at some point, a vent cover actually goes there. There's a ductwork behind there that you can't see. So at some point they decided to upgrade it to central heat and air. And for whatever reason, didn't rip out the old stuff. Probably because it's just a pain when they could just leave it, so they left it. So we're gonna LVP in here. Now, this is hardwood. Our initial recommendation was to refinish the hardwood and do LVP and just match the color because we could pick whatever stain we want for this. Hardwoods are more expensive than LVP. So the owner decided, let's just LVP the whole thing. Let's have one smooth, continuous finish, no ridges, none of that. So that's what we're doing. Is there a 3rd bedroom?
No, it's just
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought there was 3. All right, so correction. This is a 2-bedroom house, not a 3-bedroom house. My mistake. So I'm standing here, we're talking it out. This was a laundry room. The laundry room was originally in the basement. I'm gonna put the laundry room, as long as the investor agrees, I just text him. I'm gonna put the laundry room back in the basement. I'm gonna convert this back to a 3rd bedroom. So where Connor's standing, where you're looking, we're actually gonna close that off, wall that off. We're gonna pull out the pack out that we put in there, make that a 30-inch door, which is more than big enough for a bedroom. We're gonna build a closet right here. We've got the laundry tub in the basement on this back corner wall here. So we're just gonna drop this down instead of have it come up, put a closet, add a door, close this off, and then we'll go from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom. It's probably gonna cost a couple $1,000s to do that work. But then we're also going to increase the value of the property, I think by about $20,000. So there's probably a $10,000 or $15,000 spread in there. I'll make a little more money doing a little more work. They'll make a little more money doing a little more work. The investor will make more money on the back end selling it. Plus, it goes from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom, which opens our buyer pool. So it's a win-win for everybody. I just stepped in some shit. Hey guys, Future Nick here. We actually took out that door you see behind me and turned it into a window. That way there's not a weird exterior door in a kid's bedroom. So anyway, back to the video. Doesn't go to a bungalow or anything? No. We might have to fix these hinges. So just need to get some screws. What is this? What color is this? It's not blue.
No,
it's green.
Yeah.
Usually we do a blue-gray. But he said, can we do a green in this one? And I said, let's give it a try. I think I'm gonna make the executive decision and just let's do some doors. Are we not painting this?
No, Frank said nothing in the basement.
No.
Nothing in the basement was getting done.
Really?
Okay.
We should check out the basement. We never do nothing. Can you at least paint this part? And you could take those things off the wall too if you want. And whatever that other thing is where the handrail was. And a new door. See, that's why it's important you gotta walk these projects, because sometimes things get missed on their side, sometimes things, the owner's side, sometimes things gets missed on our side. Sometimes we just make some executive decisions knowing we worked with this client before, we know what he's gonna want. If I make a couple changes for the betterment of the sale of the property, he's gonna be fine with it. That's obviously wet.
Yeah.
So what are we doing there?
There's literally nothing in the basement. It doesn't stop. And I think the sump pump is just feeding back into itself.
That's what it sounds like. I think that's exactly what it's doing. Feeding back into itself, so it's pumping all the water out, and then it seems like all the waters weren't running right back in, and then it's pumping it all back out, so it just keeps recycling the same water over and over and over. So it's not really doing anything. Now, these, like he's showing, should obviously be mounted. This will snap and then you'll have a leak. But this should be attached to the wall, and then a new laundry tub should be there, so we'll have to talk about adding that on. I know the basement was supposed to be cleaned, but I believe that's on Chris's list, not yours. Have you done anything outside? I know there's some siding repair. What is going on here? You want it more than I do.
I don't want to look at it.
I guess not. Let's fix that too. Let's try this one. Look at that, that one works.
You wanted it.
Yeah, I wanted that one a little more. Careful walking on this. This deck is obviously screwed up. I believe we're tearing the whole thing down and just rebuilding a step or two with a landing, just to give them something to come in and out of. But this is, unless I'm wrong, and we could just be replacing a couple boards. Hey, Pat, are you doing anything out here?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope. I think this was supposed to be torn out.
I think so too.
Die on that.
I think it's supposed to be torn out and then we're just rebuilding like 2 steps into the house. Yeah. But Chris is supposed to be doing the demo, so this would have been Chris' list. He did all the demo on this though, mostly. Well, I mean, he didn't get it all off. There's pieces still just hanging. So you can't see it because I didn't get the before footage, but all the way to this post behind Connor was kind of like a DIY lean-to garage type thing somebody put up with like plywood and shit. So we ripped it all down. Just get rid of it. It looked terrible. It didn't serve a purpose. It was falling in on itself. But there's obviously still more demo to be done. Now, if this was my property, I would get some of those grass mats that's like seated in the straw. You know what I mean? It rolls out. Or that, yeah, you could do a patio. I was thinking cheap options. But yeah, if I was gonna live here, I'd put a patio back here. Yeah, the garage looks fine. I mean, the door looks new. This whole thing is here. Look at this, 63 Corvette. I don't know what year this would have been made or anything, but the whole thing's in here. Yeah, look, you got this whole thing in here too. It's the Mean Mudder. Chevy off-road van with a dirt bike.
Oh, there's a dirt bike?
Yeah.
Yo.
You should take these. Yeah, clean them for sure. Did it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's still some in there.
Didn't know that. So the garage, I don't think we're doing anything else to it. The demo was most of it. And then just clean all this shit out. There's some of our demo. So I also text the investor about, let's just knock this down. We've got an intact cement patio actually hidden under this wood. We just got to add 3 or 4 steps. This thing is, upon further inspection, a nightmare. So I'd rather just knock it down and do nice little steps like that house over there. Some of the numbers to go over on this one, like I said, it's about the cheapest house we could find. The one next door, which is a pretty identical house, is listed for 160. It's not as nice or as newly updated as this one. So this one should probably be like 175-ish, I'd imagine. If I remember, they spent $70,000 on the house. The rehab budget right now is at 41. I think if we do some stuff with the deck and a couple other things that we talked about that need to get done, we'll probably be closer to 50. So if we're all in at 125 and he sells the thing for 175, then he makes what, 50 grand? If you want to see another house where we did a quick flip before and after, click right here.